What's up, you guys? Speed here, and you know what? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I can't give you a reaction. I just can't because the second I saw this trailer drop, I literally had to watch it the second it came out because I'm sorry, I couldn't wait until I got home. I had to see it right then and there, and I couldn't wait for it. I had to see it right then and there, and I couldn't. You know how it is. You know how, like, I've been waiting for this movie for 14 years, and if you think I'm gonna actually wait another hour to actually do the whole reaction thing to it, you must be out of your mind. But yeah, the Justice League trailer dropped for Comic-Con 2017 with a hell of a lot more information about a few movies that are coming out soon. So, I mean, it's not. I don't know what to say, man. I'm just really hyped for all this DC stuff that's coming out soon, because it's just so much stuff that's coming out. Like, so many DC movies have been pretty much confirmed to be in like production, and I'm gonna go into that in a second. But first, I just want to show off this amazing poster that they had at Comic-Con because it's really cool. It looks like a mix of it looks like something that I would expect from Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, it looks like one of their covers, it looks like one of their covers plus the beautiful art style of comic artist Alex Ross, who I aspire to try and be in my own art, but it might take some time before I get to that part. But anyway, yeah, this poster is amazing. And it has all their logos with the tagline, "You can't save the world alone." And, it's a really great poster. I just love this poster to death. Like, if I could, I would want this poster framed. At least, like, get it framed and put it on my wall. Or at least get the poster, one or the other. But, yeah, this is definitely something this pretty much tells me I have to see this in IMAX. Oh, and it's coming out November 17th. See, I knew it had a date. But yeah, this poster looks amazing, and that trailer was just so amazing. Like, I don't have any words to describe it right now. Yeah, I do. What am I saying? It was spontaneous. It had a lot of action, had beautiful scenery, and it really showed how much Steppenwolf, who is the main enemy of this movie, is really shifting the world, and it's up to the Justice League to actually, stop them. And the fight scenes looked amazing. The CGI, it looked alright. Like, I would expect, it's CGI. You don't expect it to look super realistic, but it looked good though. And it just looked so amazing. Like, this is a movie that I've been waiting for a good, I don't know, 12, 13 years since, like, the Justice League cartoons. So I'm really hyped for this. I hope it's good. In fact, I know it's gonna be good. I hope it exceeds all my expectations. And we'll just have to wait and see what comes of it. So obviously the first person that really caught my eye in this trailer was definitely, the Flash. I don't know, something about this Flash character, it just kind of interests me a little bit more than, say, Grant Gustin's Flash. Not saying that his is bad in any way, but, like, also, please excuse my terrible gameplay with Flash. I am not very good with him. But this is just basically something I can get my mind across while talking. But basically, the Flash in this movie, he's kind of different from the one that's in the TV series, which I can kind of respect because, I don't have any sort of problem with the one in the TV series. Grant Gustin does a great job as the Flash, and, the TV version of him, like his character, it's pretty progressively nice. But, I don't know. When I see Ezra Miller's Flash, I usually think of the Justice League TV show. And with that Flash, that wasn't really Barry Allen, that was Wally West, who had the more comedic personality in that show. So, it's just weird seeing it with Barry Allen this time around. But yeah, this Flash was definitely funny. I liked that he's sort of the youngest one of the group, who's kind of the inexperienced kid of the whole group. While I was watching this, I was thinking, you know who he definitely reminds me of? He reminds me of, and I don't want to say this because I don't want to make a comparison, but he's definitely like the MCU Spider-Man, in the sense that he's the new kid in this whole group of adults who's having to fight this epic battle with these other more seasoned heroes. The only difference is that he chose to do this as opposed to Peter, who pretty much had no choice. But I don't want to make comparisons to, you know, MCU Spider-Man, and I don't want to make comparisons to the Flash of the TV show, because like Grant Gustin and Ezra Miller do their own interpretations of the character, and as such you can't really compare them because they're just way too different. But I want to judge this Flash on its own merits. I want to see, you know, how fast can this Flash run? Can he do stuff like this where he can travel back in time? Which I'm probably sure isn't going to happen yet, but based on the news that I've seen of the movies coming out, we'll just have to wait and see for that one. As for Cyborg, you know, when I saw Cyborg actually, you know, in the first teaser trailer, one of the things I was always curious about was he going to be more like his Teen Titans self, or was he going to be more like his comic book origins? Which, I guess they decided to go with the comic book style, in which, in the comics, he's kind of a little more serious. Not serious as in, you know, he doesn't know how to smile or anything, but, you know, when he first turns into the whole cyborg thing, he's not exactly in the most happy mood about it, so that's why he's kind of seems a bit down in the dumps for the most part. But for this trailer, it seemed like he was exactly like that, which I guess I can kind of understand, because, you know, he just got turned into this otherworldly creature, like this otherworldly being, and literally his entire life is now gone. Like, he can no longer be that football player that he always wanted to be, and now he's forced to have to be this genetic cyborg like being. So I guess I can kind of see why he wouldn't be so happy about it. But yeah, Ray Fisher did a great job in that trailer. I really am interested to see just how much this cyborg can do, because this is technically like the second time we've seen Cyborg on screen, I think. I think the first time was with Smallville. I think he was in Smallville. I don't know. I think so. Maybe. I think that was him. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this Cyborg will act in the film. Like, and it's such a strange thing to see Ray Fisher's personality, and then you see Cyborg, and it's like two different people. But yeah, him and Flash are said to be good friends in the movie, and I can't wait to see what his solo film is going to be like with Cyborg, because I can imagine it's probably going to be some sort of, I don't know. I don't know what kind of film Cyborg would have as a solo film, but I'm kind of hoping that that it's gonna be, what's that band called? I'm sorry, I'm blanking out on this band's name, but they worked with Tron. I can't believe I'm getting the name, but you know, the band that worked with Tron, who wrote the song D-Rez and Robot Rock. God, what are their names again? I completely forgot. I guess I'm just kind of blanking out right now. But if I had to pick someone who would, you know, do the music for a Cyborg film, I would definitely choose those guys. And you can obviously tell I'm not doing anything right now. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. Oh, and another thing I wanted to say. One thing I actually realized about Ray Fisher was that he actually started off as a star on Broadway, and now he's suddenly playing Cyborg with his whole shirt, the Borg life thing, and that's really impressive. Oh, it's Daft Punk. Daft Punk, that's what it was. I knew it was called something. Ah, and then there was Aquaman. Like, if there was anyone who I would shoot, like, Aquaman has been literally bombarded with a whole lot of bullcrap over the years. You know, being called the worst hero, being called, you know, second best. But, you know, even before the whole reputation of him being considered, oh, he's the worst Justice Leaguer of all DC history. Like, in the comics, he was always a badass. It's just that, from what, I guess, the Super Friends did to him, he was always kind of looked at as a laughingstock. And that's mostly because of the fact that Super Friends kind of messed him up, like a lot. Which is a shame, because Aquaman is actually one of the most badass characters of the series, of DC actually, because this is a man that can literally control water. Like, not just water, but he's literally the king of the entire ocean. And the ocean makes up most of the world, so, you know, like, don't mess with Aquaman. But I'm just happy that we finally got some respect for him, especially in this trailer with Jason Momoa. I feel like Jason Momoa is definitely going to be the one to steal the show in the film, like, for a lot of people. Because again, this is our first real introduction to the Aquaman in the DCEU. So I'm kind of expecting a lot of things from them when it comes to Aquaman. Because, like, initially Aquaman wasn't much of a favorite character for me. It wasn't until the Justice League TV show that I started to have a soft spot for the guy, but not like fan favorite wise. But now we finally get to see Jason Momoa play this once bastardized character and really make something of him, especially with the Solo movie that's coming out too. That's also something that I'm looking forward to see how Atlantis will look, to see how Mira looks, to see the entire hierarchy of, you know, this water kingdom. Like, it'll be like seeing a Justice League episode again for me. And that's something I'm also really hyped for. Now all we gotta do is wait and see what kind of energy Jason Momoa will bring to the Aquaman character. From what I've heard, it's gonna be like a sort of civil war between Aquaman and, you know, the originals, which brings up a very interesting point about Aquaman's character and how it's basically, you know, representing outcasts. I see that there's a lot of racial ambiguity going on with Aquaman, with him being half human and, you know, half Atlantean, and everyone else being purebred Atlantean. So I can kind of see that there's going to be a lot of interesting, there's going to be an interesting little hierarchy that goes on there, a sort of civil war between Aquaman's faction with Mira and also the old ways with probably Black Manta and his half-brother. But yeah, all that I can't wait to see, and I'm sure he's going to be awesome. Jason Momoa is going to be awesome as Aquaman. So, of course, Wonder Woman was definitely going to be very focused on in this trailer because of the success of, you know, the Wonder Woman movie. But I think a lot of people are getting some things construed or messed up about, you know, Wonder Woman's place in the Justice League film. Wonder Woman was always going to be, like, focused on. That was always the key. See, the key was to get Wonder Woman's success out there, since, you know, I guess, you know, she hasn't really been as popular. And with her movie coming out, whether good or bad, they were definitely going to celebrate her either way. Because, you know, It was bound to happen. I don't think that they just decided, oh, all the new scenes would just focus more with more Wonder Woman. I think there was always meant to be a lot of Wonder Woman in it. It's just that, you know, with the success of her movie, they just decided to bank on it. Which is not a bad thing. Which seems to be the consensus that's going on here. Which I notice a lot of reporters are saying, oh, they're using Wonder Woman now because of the success that she had with the movie. And it's like, yeah, of course they are. It's called a business plan. Why wouldn't they bank on the success of one of their characters? No need to be an ass about it. But yeah, Gal Gadot once again steals the show as Wonder Woman. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how her character is in this film, because in the Wonder Woman film, she was hopeful, she had all this energy that she wanted to save humanity, but then after like World War I, and then you also have to remember World War II, which probably also came out, then Civil War, then Vietnam, and you know, she's left humanity for quite some time now. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, how her character will be in this film, and how, you know, Superman's death gave her the hope she once again needed in order to, you know, care for humanity again. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see her character and dynamic. Batman, Batman, Batman. What can be said about his portrayal in this trailer? Well, as a super Batman fan, I was ecstatic to see Batman in this, and to see a lot of him, obviously. But what really caught my attention about this trailer is that in the trailer it said that he was a no-show in Gotham. And I think that's mostly because of the fact that he was watching over Metropolis in Superman's stead, because, you know, he feels guilty. And yeah, this might be the longest part of this video, and I'm sorry, but I'm just a major Batman fan, and that's just how I am. But I think the reason why Batman is no longer in, you know, Gotham in the trailer, as it says, I think it has to do with the fact that, you know, he's looking over Metropolis because he feels guilty that, you know, he believes that it was his fault that Superman died and why people lost so much hope. You know, even though it's not really his fault, he still feels a tad bit guilty over it. He still feels a tad bit guilty over it, and that's why he's forming a team. That's why he's trying to look for some form of redemption. But yeah, Batman in this trailer was amazing, and like, to be expected. But there were just some scenes in this trailer that I just absolutely loved. Like the scene where the background is all red, and you know, it's just him, you know, leaping in at you. Like the way the cape forms to make, you know, the paragliding cape that he usually has. Like that was an iconic shot for me. And then to see Jim Gordon. You know, I thought Jim Gordon in this movie was going to be bald, but it turns out he actually does have some hair underneath that hat. So I guess J.K. Simmons really did grow out his hair. Or that, or he's wearing a hairpiece like Ben Affleck is wearing for his Bruce Wayne. Who's to say? But yeah, oh man. And I was definitely loving the scenes where he was driving the Batmobile all throughout the city, you know, all that and so on and so forth. But I can't wait to see Ben Affleck's Batman, which he confirmed, by the way, that he is still playing Batman and he's still gonna be Batman no matter what. So all these reporters that are saying, oh no, he's not gonna be Batman anymore, Warner Brothers is thinking about replacing him, they're all false. They've all pretty much been deemed false at this point, because Ben Affleck has pretty much confirmed he's still gonna be Batman regardless. So yeah, any news that you hear about that is still gonna be clickbait, fake news, and you know, just ignore it and move on. And then, of course, there's the Man in Blue himself, in which we didn't really see, depending on, you know, what your thoughts on it are. But, you know, Superman was very heavily mentioned in this trailer, you know, and, you know, his importance to this universe was really, like, his importance to this cinematic universe was just perfectly represented, because Superman is that symbol of hope. I mean, in BVS, some people would argue that you know, that hopefulness didn't really shine through as strong. But in all honesty, it depends on how you look at it, because Superman was hopeful. He did try to do as much as he can, but you know, the world just couldn't give him a chance. And he ended up inspiring hope, but he did it with Batman. You know, he inspired Bruce Wayne that men can still be good, and that there's still a chance that the world can be saved. So it's not like he wasn't hopeful. He just wasn't hopeful in the sense that it was obvious to see. But from what Gal Gadot said in the Comic-Con panel for Justice League, she said that if you're a real big fan of Superman, then you're definitely gonna like this version of him in the film. Now, personally, I always liked this version of Superman either way, so it's not like this movie will suddenly change my mind, because I've always liked Superman. This version of Superman, actually, to be honest. This is actually the first version of Superman that I've liked. Like, the DCEU Superman is the first version of Superman that I've actually liked in a very long time. So I am excited to see how this Superman is going to come about, and how he's going to bring this new form of hopefulness to the cinematic universe, as they said. Also, if you want my opinion on who the guy was that Alfred was talking to, I'm 100% it's Superman. Like, in fact, I'm gonna bet that definitely is Superman. But yeah, I can't wait to see the big Boy Scout in blue again, and I also can't wait to see his sequel that's apparently being directed by, I think, Matthew Vaughn, who did The Kingsman and X-Men First Class. So that's something to definitely look forward to. So on that list of DC movies that were coming out, I can honestly say that there's going to be a lot of them that's going to be coming out soon. Along with Justice League and Aquaman, there's also going to be Shazam, The Batman, Justice League Dark, Suicide Squad 2, Batgirl, Green Lantern Corps, The Flashpoint, and Wonder Woman 2. Not in any specific order, but these are all the movies that are currently going into production. So one of the things I actually noticed was that there's no Nightwing movie, and there's no Gotham City Sirens movie in this list. Now that worries me, because I'm wondering, are those movies going to be in production later on, or are they in production, currently going into production as of right now? I mean, I can wait, I just want to make sure that they're actually happening. That's all that really matters to me. But yeah, we got a lot of DC movies that are coming out soon that I'm really hyped for, especially the Flashpoint one. And I didn't expect them to do the Flashpoint one because it's just a strange idea. You know, the Flashpoint movie definitely seems like the game changer, because this is the movie that introduces alternate universes, which means that we're probably going to get even more alternate universes from the Flash movies. We might even have some sort of post-crisis thing. And if we have post-crisis, that opens the door to a whole lot of other universes that we can go through. So, you know, say for example we're many years into the future, and all the actors have gotten into their 40s or 50s, and you know, it's time to start a new fresh universe. All they have to do is literally have Flash go into an alternate universe, a sort of time paradox universe thing, go into a new timeline, and boom, just get new actors to play these characters, and you can have the DC Extended Universe brand expand years into the future that way. So it's crazy to see the possibilities that could happen from this. It's crazy to see it all, you know? And I'm really excited to see where they go with the Flashpoint universe. Aquaman, I already know is going to be good. The Shazam movie has already just found its director, so we'll see what comes of that. Justice League Dark. I've been waiting for Justice League Dark for quite some time now, because I want to see who they cast as John Constantine and Zatanna and Swamp Thing and Deadman, and maybe Etrigan's going to be in it too, probably. But all these characters are going to be in Justice League Dark, and I'm super psyched for that as well. And then we got the Batman movie that's probably not going to drop until, say, 2019, which means 2018 will probably just be filled with a small little teaser of some sorts. Hopefully we see a little bit of the production being on its way later on this year, just to get some behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on. The Batgirl movie that's being apparently directed by Joss Whedon. I hear he's very good with female characters, so, you know, I'm not that worried about it. The Green Lantern movie's coming out, and I don't know. I was never a big fan of the Green Lanterns, not as much as, say, a lot of other people would. But yeah, the Green Lanterns, they're coming in, so that's pretty cool. Wonder Woman sequel, that was obvious. Suicide Squad 2 is also something that I was kind of expecting, because the first one may not have been successful critic-wise, but it was a big financial box office success. And it did win an Oscar, technically. So it would only make sense that they would continue on with Suicide Squad. And they've already confirmed that it's going to be a new team as before. I'm not sure whether or not Margot Robbie is still going to be attached to this Suicide Squad sequel. I mean, I think she is, because she was kind of the biggest character in the Suicide Squad, along with Deadshot. So hopefully we can see her come back into the role. And, you know, I'm still waiting for Gotham City Sirens, of course. The Nightwing film, I hope to see, like, later on in the future. And apparently there's this one rumored movie where it's going to be Harley Quinn versus the Joker. And I don't know why that's being made. I feel like that's kind of a bit of a waste of time. You know, if you want to show off more of Joker, just show him off in Gotham City Sirens and the Batman films. I feel like those would be the best places to really show off how good Jared Leto could really get if he had more time, and, you know, more time to be able to be Joker. So, but other than that, I'd say this Comic-Con was a very huge success. Not just for DC and Warner Brothers, but for us DC fans in general. I was really happy with the trailer. All the news we got was, you know, amazing. Ben Affleck confirming that he is still Batman is still one of my most favorite elements of San Diego Comic-Con with DC. It was all just really good. It was all a really good, it was a real good Saturday for me. Even though I was at a play watching a play going on. Very good play, by the way. It was a Peter Pan play, which was really good, actually. But all this news was just a great breath of fresh air for the DC cinematic universe, with all of its critical issues that it was facing and all of its negativity that was going on against it. It's good to finally see that the DC cinematic universe is finally getting some respect that it hopefully deserves. And I can't wait to see the Justice League movie and all the other movies they got in production. So that's it. That's all I have to say. I want to know in the comments below, what do you think about the whole Justice League trailer and also all this Justice League movie news that's been coming out as of late? Are you happy about it? Are you excited for it? Or do you not just care at all? Let me know in the comments below. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching this very long video. I hope you were able to take my horrid gameplay vids that were playing along the way. I just wanted to, you know, try something new and add a little bit of video and a little bit of variety to, you know, my videos, as opposed to it just being my face. I know it's not very high quality stuff, and I apologize for that, but you know, it's just me trying to start out, trying to, you know, start some new things, planning out some stuff to try and update my channel a little bit. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.